Hello and welcome to day 13, Hearing God Every Day. Let's see, for my notes today, what was happening this day was we were heading home from being out of town and and let's see what we got here. So, as we were driving, I saw a truck on the interstate that like we were here and the truck was like up here, and I could see the side of the truck from the diagonal behind of it, if that makes sense. But and I could see the logo that used to be on it. I could see it, but when you got right up to it, the logo was not there. Like it had been peeled off or stripped off or whatever. But I could tell what it said, and it said Covenant Transport, something like that. And so and every time that I see one of those, I'm just kind of like, that's God reminding me that like I'm in covenant with Him and stuff. And so it was an invisible like logo from one perspective, but at the same time, from a different angle, you could see it. And so, and also it said covenant. And so how I felt that this was God speaking to me was that like He was saying that He had it's invisible from one standpoint because you can't physically see the angels that He had around our vehicle as we were transporting ourselves home, but that in the spiritual realm they were visible, that we were under the covenant as we were traveling, and that there were angels that we couldn't see that were protecting us from harm. And then Anthony just randomly, like after we stopped, he took a wrong turn, like we're supposed to be going this way to go home, and he just got on the interstate that way to head back to his mom's, and he's like, why did I do that? So and it took like a really long time to turn back around. And by the time we did get back to that point, a really big wreck had happened. And so you never know. I just kind of thought that was not coincidental that like I saw that truck, and then not much later there was a wreck that was like avoided. So there was that. And then this was also weird. The whole way home from a certain point on until we got to my parents' house, because that's where we were going first to pick up the dog, I kept hearing in my head just a thought over and over again that was saying no loss of life and no injury. Now, this makes me think of a story that Rick Osborne, hey Rick, told us like forever ago, that he was driving and God was like, do you know how to, I'm sorry if I mess this up, but like, do you know how to be run off the road and not like, basically like a truck's about to run you off the road. Do you know how to handle that? And so when I hear no loss of life and no injury, I'm like, oh no. Like we're about to get in a wreck or something, but like we're gonna be okay, but something's about to happen. And I was like, that's not good. Well, so I'm kind of like praying the whole way home, like don't let us get in a wreck, but like also I know that we'll be okay if we do. Well, I got a GroupMe message from my cousin, like when we were almost home, about her daughter that they had to take to the ER because she had a really bad reaction to, they think, like cashews, and they took her in and then brought her back home, and then she stopped breathing, and then they had to like speed her to the hospital. And I was like, Mama, oh my gosh, this wasn't for me.
Mama, game.
Hold on, baby, okay?
Game.
Hold on. So yeah,
Baby.
There's a baby. So I knew that wasn't for us because, well, at the time, because on that day, because we didn't get in a wreck and there was nothing like life-threatening. And so I just really felt confident to tell her, like, I really think that this is for you and Brooklyn, and just like, don't worry, like there will be no loss of life and no injury. I mean, permanent injury, you know what I mean? Like she she got like, you know, a allergy and a reaction and stuff, but like it wasn't going to be a permanent thing. And so I felt pretty confident to tell her that because we hadn't been going through anything. But then like the next couple days, our boys got like some stomach virus thing too, and so I took that with me into that situation as well. Even though in the midst of it, I wasn't really that cool because it was kind of like watching my baby like throw up, and it was really alarming. So the next thing was this is just a silly thing because, you know, God can talk to you like through your most mundane moments. Well, I was staying at my mom's house that night because I still needed help like taking care of the boys because I was still really, really weak from being sick. And so I didn't have my contacts case or anything like that. And well, Anthony had taken his contact solution, so I didn't have any. I was trying to find something to put them in, and it's funny, I was like looking for like some glasses or something in the kitchen, and I just felt like God was saying like, don't even mess with that, just go straight over to Nana's stuff because she's got something over there. And like, that's not a big significant thing. I'm just trying to show you like God can talk to you in the most like ordinary moments. So today, on this day, was a vehicle, a thought, I guess you could say a circumstance because of the wreck that we missed, and the delay that we went through to miss that. And then a thought, again, like an inner voice about the no loss of life and no injury, and then another thought in my head. So that's it for today, and I'll see you again tomorrow.